Most people go through life believing that reality is something that happens to them. They feel like passengers in their own existence, reacting to circumstances, struggling with the same repeating patterns, and wondering why things never seem to change no matter how hard they try. But what if I told you that the most powerful force shaping your life isn't luck, destiny, or even your thoughts alone? What if the real creator of your reality is something far more ordinary yet incredibly overlooked? Your attention. Right now, in this very moment, your attention is not just observing your life. It is actively creating it. Every second you spend focused on something, you are collapsing infinite possibilities into one specific outcome. This isn't spiritual fluff. This is one of the most profound discoveries in modern physics, known as the observer effect. And once you truly understand how it works, you can never go back to living unconsciously again. Let's start with something honest. Most people's attention is completely out of their control. They wake up and immediately reach for their phone. Within minutes, their mind is already jumping between work stress, past conversations, future worries, and random notifications. They try to focus on one thing, but end up mentally scattered across 10 different things at once. This scattered attention isn't just a bad habit. It is actively shaping a scattered, chaotic, and inconsistent life. Think about it. When your attention constantly jumps from problems to distractions to worries, you are sending mixed signals into the quantum field. One moment you're focused on what you want. The next moment you're focused on what you fear. The result is a reality that feels random and unpredictable. You might be trying to manifest more money while your attention is constantly pulled toward bills, debt, and financial lack. You might be trying to attract a loving relationship while your attention keeps replaying old heartbreaks and disappointments. You might be trying to improve your health while your attention stays locked on symptoms and limitations. This is why so many people feel stuck, even when they're doing all the right things. Their attention is creating the opposite of what they desire without them realizing it. So what exactly is the observer effect? In 1801, a scientist named Thomas Young performed an experiment that would forever change how we understand reality. He fired tiny particles of light through 2 narrow slits onto a screen behind them. When no one was watching which slit the light passed through, something impossible happened. The light created an interference pattern, as if each particle was going through both slits at the same time, behaving like a wave. But the moment scientists placed a measuring device to observe which slit the light actually went through, the pattern changed completely. The light no longer behaved like a wave. It behaved like a particle. It went through only one slit. This became known as the observer effect. It revealed something extraordinary. At the quantum level, particles do not exist in one fixed state until they are observed. They exist in a state of pure potential, as waves of probability. The very act of observation collapses that potential into one specific reality. This isn't just about tiny particles in a laboratory. This principle appears to operate at every level of existence. Your attention is a form of observation. When you place your focused attention on something, you are collapsing infinite possibilities into one specific outcome. This is how reality is being created moment by moment. Let's go even deeper. At the quantum level, everything exists as infinite potential. Your ideal job, your perfect relationship, your desired level of health, your financial freedom. All of these exist right now as possibilities. The version that becomes your experienced reality is the one you give the most consistent attention to. This is why 2 people can face the exact same opportunity and have completely different results. One person's attention is locked on the possibility of success, so they take inspired action and notice opportunities. The other person's attention is focused on the possibility of failure, so they hesitate, overthink, and miss the very same chance. The quantum field doesn't judge your desires. It simply responds to where your attention is most consistently placed. This is also why your life often feels like it's running on autopilot. Most people's attention is reactive. They focus on whatever demands their attention in the moment. Problems, worries, other people's opinions, and endless distractions. As a result, they unconsciously keep creating more of the same. The observer effect reveals a powerful truth. You are not a passive observer of your life. You are an active participant. Your attention is one of the most powerful creative forces available to you. Now, some people hear this and think it's just a metaphor or some kind of spiritual idea. But modern science continues to support this principle in remarkable ways. The double slit experiment has been repeated thousands of times with the same results. More recent studies in quantum biology suggest that observation and consciousness may affect matter even at larger scales. Research from the HeartMath Institute has shown that when a person focuses their attention with strong emotion, their heart's electromagnetic field becomes more coherent and powerful, extending several feet beyond the body. Neuroscience also shows that repeated focus physically changes the brain. What you pay attention to most becomes more prominent in your perception. Your brain literally rewires itself based on where your attention goes. All of this points to one undeniable truth. Your attention is not neutral. It is creative. When you combine focused attention with emotional intensity, you create an even stronger signal to the quantum field. This is why simply thinking about something is often not enough. The emotional charge behind your attention determines how powerfully reality responds. Let me share some real examples of how this plays out in everyday life. A woman I once worked with was constantly worried about money. Her attention was almost always on what she didn't have. Even when good financial opportunities appeared, she barely noticed them because her attention was locked on lack and fear. After learning to deliberately shift her attention toward financial possibilities and the feeling of security for just 10 minutes every day, her situation began to shift within weeks. Unexpected income started appearing, and new opportunities opened up. Another powerful example is relationships. Many people spend so much time focusing on what's wrong in their relationships that they unconsciously create more disconnection. Their attention keeps finding evidence of problems. When they shift their attention to moments of connection, appreciation, and the version of the relationship they actually want, the dynamic often improves dramatically. Even in health, this principle shows up clearly. People who constantly focus on illness and symptoms tend to experience more health issues. Those who focus their attention on vitality, healing, and feeling well often see better results over time. These aren't coincidences. They are examples of the observer effect in action. Your attention is constantly selecting which version of reality you experience. Now let's move into the practical side. Here are several powerful techniques you can start using immediately. The first technique is called the focused attention method. This is the foundation of consciously using the observer effect. Choose one specific thing you want to create or improve in your life. It could be a goal, a feeling, a relationship, or your health. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes with no distractions. Focus your full attention on that one thing. Don't just think about it, feel it as already real. See it, sense it, and experience it with as much detail as possible. Whenever your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back. This act of returning your attention is where the real power lies. Practice this daily, and over time your attention becomes a precise creative tool rather than a scattered one. The second technique is the attention plus emotion protocol. This combines attention with emotion for much stronger results. Choose what you want to focus on. For 5 minutes, place your full attention on it. At the same time, generate the emotion you would feel if it were already real. If you want abundance, feel the emotion of security and gratitude. If you want love, feel the emotion of warmth and connection. Hold both the focus and the emotion together. Your attention tells the quantum field what to create, while your emotion tells it how strongly to create it. The third technique is the attention reset practice. This helps you quickly regain control when your attention becomes scattered. Throughout your day, set reminders on your phone every 2 to 3 hours. When the reminder goes off, pause for 30 seconds and ask yourself, where is my attention right now? If your attention is on something negative or unimportant, gently redirect it to something you want to create. This simple practice trains you to become aware of where your attention is going at any moment. The fourth technique is the observer meditation. This is a powerful daily practice for training conscious attention. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Now bring your attention to the space in front of you and imagine it as a quantum field of infinite possibilities. For the next few minutes, simply observe this field without trying to control it. Notice how your attention affects the particles in this space. When your attention is scattered, the particles move chaotically. When your attention becomes focused and calm, the particles begin to organize. Practice staying in this state of calm, focused observation. The fifth technique is called the future self focus. This is especially powerful for manifestation. Close your eyes and imagine the version of you who already has what you desire. See how they stand, how they speak, and how they feel. Now place your full attention on that version of yourself. Feel what it would feel like to already be that person. Hold this focus for 5 to 10 minutes daily. This practice collapses the distance between who you are now and who you want to become. The sixth technique is the attention journal. This builds long-term awareness. Every evening, write down 3 things you gave the most attention to during the day. Then write down what those things created in your reality. Over time, you will clearly see the direct connection between where you place your attention and what shows up in your life. Many people make common mistakes when trying to apply the observer effect. Some try to force their attention, which only creates resistance. Gentle, consistent focus works much better than forcing. Others practice inconsistently and expect dramatic results after just a few days. Like any skill, conscious attention requires daily practice. Some people try to focus while multitasking, which defeats the purpose entirely. Others focus only on the outcome without including the feeling of it already being real. And many give up too quickly when they don't see immediate changes, even though results often appear gradually. Once you master these techniques, you can apply the observer effect in more advanced ways. You can use it to accelerate manifestation by focusing on the feeling of your desire as already real. You can use it for healing by directing your attention and emotion toward the desired state of health. You can use it in relationships by focusing on the version of the relationship you want to experience. You can even use it for spiritual growth by focusing your attention on higher states of consciousness and inner peace. The observer effect is not just a scientific curiosity. It is a profound reminder that you are far more powerful than you have been taught. Your attention is not a passive spotlight. It is a creative force that shapes the very reality you experience every single day. Most people live their entire lives giving their attention to whatever demands it in the moment. They remain unconscious creators. But the moment you take back control of your attention, everything begins to change. The only question that truly matters is this: what will you choose to observe and therefore create from this moment forward? If this video changed how you see reality, comment the word observer below. I'll personally reply with an advanced attention training practice you can start using immediately. If you want more deep, science-backed content like this, subscribe to Quantum Soul Lab and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.